What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Rex Righteous, and I'm back with another Flashpoint. Okay, so here we have it. We're approaching the weekend of Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence Jr., which should be an exciting fight, welterweight division fight. Uh, Mikey, four division world champion, Spence, IBF world champion, and we're approaching the fight this weekend, and one of the main conversations about the fight is how are we going to watch the fight? So I think this is a pretty important topic. I wanted to bring it up to you guys. Um, right now, I have a picture up of Marcos Viegas. Sorry if I messed that name up, but he's one of my favorite content creators here on YouTube and stuff like that. But the reason why I'm putting his picture up there is that he's working for Fox now, and PBC and Showtime have this kind of weird dilemma that's going on. So I wanted to bring it up to you guys, and maybe we could spark a conversation. So one of the reasons this is a dilemma is because PBC and the Showtime brand is almost like a big brother, little brother network. Like both of them combined, it's cool, but where is the answer for the streaming services? Obviously, we all know that HBO is no longer with us, and they have had their great fights. I hope one day they could open up a stream service, kind of like WWE Network or whatever, just for the classic fights for the hardcore fans that love boxing, and it would be cool just for them to have like a small little library somewhere. I don't know, on a website. I don't know. I don't work for them. Point is that we're no longer in that phase anymore, and Showtime is the last Mohican, so to say. So I was checking out a link on Boxing Scene, basically an article. I'm sorry, by Keith Eidick. Shout out to him. Um, that raised the question. Now, I was thinking the same, and I've been getting questions, on my uh, group page on Facebook, and it made me think, like, you know, why is this still an issue? Um, is it a big issue? No, but it's something that needs to be talked about. I mean, obviously, Showtime's gonna do what they want, but they're gonna start to be the island away from all the action because if you don't have Floyd Mayweather anymore, and see, I think that was always kind of like a skin in the game. You know what I mean? Like it caused for people to watch Showtime, but when you look back at some of these fights, and you pay attention to a fight kind of like of Sean Porter versus your Dennis Yugas. Um, it was pretty good. I mean, it said the average audience was around 2 million viewers on Saturday night for that fight, which was last week or 2 weeks ago. Um, I don't know. Like, you also got Keith Thurman. He had a bunch of numbers. He was a little bit above Sean Porter. He was around 2,400,000 people. That was in January, and this is all on regular TV. So, if they can continue that and promise those things, they can kind of slide into the streaming services if they're not already, because there's a lot of people that use applications. They use their Fire Stick, they use their phones, they use iPads, they use their laptop, and the applications are much easier to run. They're a lot easier to use, and you don't have to, you know, run around for streams and all this kind of stuff because people just want to watch the fight. It's like anything else. Like if you want to watch a sport, you don't run around looking for streams. You don't run around looking at your how much money you have in your pocket. You just want to watch. So where is the middleman for this uh, fight or for the upcoming boxing events and the way things are going to be run from now on out, And I really feel like Al Heyman and Showtime are kind of tinkering with it. It's possible that they could be playing the background for now and just charging people just to see what they get out of it. But HBO, you know, left, and people talk about Showtime all the time, and they say that there's good shows over there and whatnot. I'm not really into all that. I'm a person that's always working, so I don't understand all these things all the time. The numbers and all that stuff. I know that those things are important, especially if you want to go towards the streaming side. But Showtime's gonna have to figure something out, quick. They're offering Wilder money, and Wilder's with Showtime. So, you know, being that Mikey Garcia and Spence are both with Showtime, right? And they're both with the PBC brand. How else can they promote themselves as the next cool thing, the next edgy thing, the next, you know, big, like the next thing to see, the next big thing to see on TV, and to say we are better than whatever sport you're watching out there, whether it's basketball, football, hockey, soccer, baseball, anything. They have to compete with every sport. These things are important. So, that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to drop an audio real fast. Um, do you guys have more to add? I think there's a lot to speak about with this event coming up pretty soon, and they're charging us $75, so it's not the typical $100, but it's up there, and you know uh, the whole thing with Mayweather back in the days, when they first started, not too long ago. I shouldn't say back in the days, but like maybe 5 years ago, when maybe even 10 years ago, when he got with Showtime. Um, he brought all his folks and the people that Heyman hired, that Heyman got from Golden Boy. Uh, it was like a package deal, and it was like, yeah, we have money, come to this side, and every now and then you can be on the undercard of Mayweather's fights, or you'll see Mayweather on the PBC card, or like not on the card. I mean, like at the event, and just checking things out and chilling and hearing rumors and stuff. And it was pretty cool. It was exclusive. And the one thing I do know is that when it comes to that, it was a feature that no one had. It was like, we have someone that you want to see. And they're kind of going away from that. So, this weekend, they have to present something like that, in my opinion. And also on the good side, because I want to always end things with a good side. I don't want to just bash Showtime. Um, their streaming services is like great quality. So when it comes to watching the fight, and when it comes to disruption, and when it comes to people asking for streams and whatnot, they don't really have problems over there, in my opinion. I like, whenever I want to watch a Showtime fight, the best way to watch it is to order the damn fight. I mean, some people will say that with any uh, network, but not all the time, because I've seen some fights that were, low key or chill or whatever, and like they're just like a regular fight that I guess not too many people watching, and they stream really good. Like they stream perfectly fine, and I'm talking about the ones that you can find on the internet, and sometimes they're even on Facebook and Twitter. People are posting them. I mean, you can't get away from it. But um, when it comes to Showtime itself, those fights they're hard to find online. And I'm not saying that I look for them, but at the same time, I've heard these things, and I've seen people try looking for it and they can't find it. So that's kind of, I think, the reason why they do it. But you know, it should be a big event, regardless of the fact. Where are you going to be watching it? Who are you going to be watching with? Are you excited? And who do you got in the fight? Until next time, folks, let's try to keep boxing alive.